When you wake up from a dream, and in that dream you were watching a movie about a prominent blue balloon, once you've woken up, you go, what did that blue balloon mean? What does it say about me? You don't worry who made the movie in your dream. Why would you? It's your dream, so the blue balloon is about you. In the same way, the real world is God's dream. If I see a movie about a striking blue balloon, that movie is saying something about the mind of God. The connections investigated in synchromysticism should be understood in this same framework. If I notice a string of blue balloons in media that I'm watching, I'm not concerned with what was the intentions of the people who made these pieces of media. I view them as arising and symbolic of the mind of God. By God, I mean the non-dimensional and essential being at the heart of experience. This I am awareness is the medium of all existence, and we can also call it love. Sea lion is an anagram for all is one. For about a week, starting on August 5th, Banksy made a series of artworks in London. They featured animals, and it culminated in one of a gorilla at the London Zoo letting the animals out.
The new piece is located on a shutter at the entrance to London Zoo. It shows a gorilla lifting the shutter to release a seal and birds.
Mickey Fitz on X points out that these pieces resonate with the film 12 Monkeys.
I said you can't hide from them.
Did you see this when you went back?
No, sir, old Bob. Don't even try. It's in the tooth. Right, Bob?
Bob?
But Bob is not real.
In the film, the logo is painted throughout the city and made by animal rights activists who end up letting animals out of a zoo.
But today you gotta take into account your army of the 12 monkeys factor. Bunch of weirdos let all the animals out of the zoo.
Meanwhile, the World Health Organization declares Mpox, formerly known as monkeypox, a global health emergency. This further resonates 12 Monkeys, a movie about a global virus outbreak.
5 billion people died in 1996 and 1997.
But then you said to me, wouldn't it be great if there was a germ or a virus that would wipe out all of mankind, like the animals from the trees? That was
you're just trying to confuse me now.
So funny.
Imagine a virus, the most terrifying virus you can.
The looming threat of Iranian aggression has me looking into the popular media footprint of tulips and red flowers in general. The reason for this being that the emblem of Iran is the red tulip seen on its flag. Bruce Willis from 12 Monkeys is the hitman Jimmy the Tulip Tedeschi in The Whole Nine Yards, also starring Matthew Perry.
You must be our new neighbor. I'm Nicholas Ozeransky. Call me Oz. That's Jimmy the Tulip Tedeschi.
Why the stupid name?
The tulip? That's his flower of choice. It's what he sent to his victims' funerals.
I was attacked by a coked up whore and a fucking crazy dentist.
It's the case I'm not crazy. This is how you find us. By our teeth. You're a dentist?
Matthew Perry has been back in the news recently because of 5 people being charged in the star's overdose death. Funny enough, I'm recording this on the 19th of August, Matthew Perry's birthday. Rest in peace, Matthew. I don't even know what those balloons are.
Rachel's gonna need to yell sweet nothings in his ear. Huh? Boss.
Bruce Willis walks into Central Perk on Friends, and our eye is immediately drawn to the Blue Dog, or Loup-Garou by George Rodriguez. This symbolizes the werewolf or wolf man.
I started painting ghost stories, and one of the stories I wanted to paint was Loup-Garou. My mother told me when I was a little boy, if you're not good today, the Loup-Garou will come and get you tonight. You have to look deep inside and paint what you feel.
The poster for Deadpool and Wolverine, Another Wolfman, resonates strongly with Twin Peaks' Fire Walk With Me. The title Twin Peaks resonates the two major pyramids of Giza and the twin towers of the World Trade Center. The pyre in pyramid resonates with fire, and it is worth noting that this year is the year of the dragon.
The man who wants the map, a cyclops.
Cyclops?
A red one.
Dragons, sea serpents.
Red cyclops!
Twin Peaks Fire Walk With Me echoes Firewalker with Louis Gossett Jr., who passed away earlier this year.
The winner is Louis Gossett Jr.
I've got a spirit that guides me, starting with my great-grandmother who died at the age of 117.
Aztec mine? There's a date, 1527, but it doesn't make any sense.
What about this?
Our Wolverine, or Hugh Jackman, is also looking for Mayan treasure in the form of the Fountain of Youth, which he finds atop a pyramid in the movie The Fountain.
And he appears here again on the dagger, see?
Dagger.
San Miguel. Right in between Aztec and Mayan country.
Hidden. A hidden pyramid of the Mayan myths.
Just like in Firewalker, a dagger is the key to finding the treasure in the fountain. Matthew Perry drowned in a hot tub, which resonates the fountain he has seen spitting water from in the opening of Friends. The idea of death and a pool of water is echoed by Deadpool and Wolverine, and Hugh Jackman's The Fountain, where death is the road to awe.
Then where have you been for the past 20 years?
On Europa. It's a moon of Jupiter.
Oh, that Europa.
3, 2, 1, top. Allumage à pied, décollage.
This spacecraft is embarking on an 8-year journey to study Jupiter and 3 of its largest moons. The Jupiter Icy Moons Explorer, also known as JUICE.
Everywhere on Earth that there's water, there's life. We have several ocean worlds in our solar system. And by exploring Europa, we're getting a taste of what these ocean worlds are like.
Europa is one of the moons of Jupiter. It's about the same size as our own moon, a little bit smaller. We think there are thermal vents in this vast subsurface ocean. There may be primitive organisms there.
The European Space Agency's JUICE, which was launched last year, and NASA's Europa Clipper, which is set to launch this October, will investigate the possibility that Jupiter's moons may harbor life.
That said, I am simultaneously in this bar, having a conversation with you, and on Europa, creating life.
Ah, and how does one create life?
I do it with the wave of my hand.
The blue Dr. Manhattan creates life on Jupiter's moon Europa. An alignment with the moons of Jupiter bring about the great evil, necessitating the 5 elements that can stop it in the 5th element.
You must give her the stones.
Who?
The 5th element.
We see Bruce Willis retrieve the elemental stones from inside of the blue Diva Plava Laguna. Don Johnson's 1975 film, A Boy and His Dog, sees him wandering a post-apocalyptic world annihilated by atomic bombs.
So find me abroad and we'll go to the promised land.
That's what you always say.
In some territories, the film is called Apocalypse 2024, as this is the year the film is set in. One piece of key art for the film has the smiley face on the atomic mushroom. Don Johnson's first film was 1970's The Magic Garden of Stanley's Sweetheart. Stanley lives right beside the World Trade Center, whose construction noises infiltrate his daily life and disturbs his guests.
They're building something.
Issue 0 of Robert Crumb's Zap Comics can be seen behind Stanley in this apartment. Its cover features a radiating nude figure in fetal position with an electrical umbilical cord resonating the Star Child from Stanley Kubrick's 2001 A Space Odyssey that was released in 1968, the same year as the comic. 9/11 happened in the year 2001, and a hotel deliberately designed to look like the Monolith from 2001 A Space Odyssey was standing directly beside the World Trade Center. It seems an uncanny coincidence that a film where a major evolutionary shift happens due to the Black Monolith would be set in the same year as one of the most historic world-changing events, that of 9/11 in 2001, also featuring a black monolith. A meatball hits Kim Novak in Zap Zero, and we also see her in Vertigo when Bruce Willis is watching the movie in 12 Monkeys.
Maybe the human race deserves to be wiped out.
Wiping out the human race?
It's a great idea.
Jeffrey?
You're completely insane.
No, I'm not.
The cross-section of one of the old trees has been cut down.
Here I was born. And there I died.
It's just like what's happening with us.
Brad Pitt is another key player in 12 Monkeys, where Bruce Willis watches the redwood tree scene in Vertigo. Brad Pitt and Jessica Chastain star together in The Tree of Life, which overtly syncs with this scene. We have already seen Hugh Jackman interact with the Tree of Life themes in the movie The Fountain. While editing the images of a meatball hitting Kim Novak, I remembered seeing a Meatballs poster in the Ashton Kutcher, Natalie Portman film No Strings Attached. Much to my surprise, when I rewatched the scenes, I noticed that there was a Vertigo poster right beside the Meatballs one in Ashton Kutcher's apartment. Remember that we found the meatball hitting Kim Novak by reading a 2001 A Space Odyssey resonating comic inside Don Johnson's apartment, right as construction noises of the World Trade Center could be heard outside. It feels like 9/11 is an opening for higher consciousness, just like 2001 A Space Odyssey, and we see potent syncs flood in through the increased awareness of the Stargate. We also see Natalie Portman in V for Vendetta, where V places red roses on his victims' bodies. There is also a virus outbreak in V for Vendetta.
We need an urgent phone strike in our position, please.
What is a phone strike?
Let's find out.
In the recent Jackpot with John Cena and Aquafina, Cena orders a phone strike, causing all the cell phones in the immediate vicinity to explode.
Across Lebanon and into Syria, pagers exploding.
Handheld pagers used by Hezbollah members exploded.
Wireless devices exploding in the user's hands.
The scenes are reminiscent of the pager and walkie-talkie attacks in Lebanon. The final showdown in Jackpot is in a theater with a spaceship aimed at Jupiter.
Center stage.
Jupiter is the planet the Monolith draws humanity towards in 2001: A Space Odyssey for our next jump in evolution, and the sinks surrounding it are always powerful and resonant of awakening consciousness.
Here's the name for it. Do you know what that means?
A fabulous bird reborn from the ashes of its earlier life.
In 2010, Jupiter itself is a phoenix, being a gas giant ignited to become our second sun.
Reach the magnification.
They are identical in size and shape to the object you call the monolith.
It's reproducing exactly like a virus.
We can see the second sun and rising phoenix as our own consciousness becoming increasingly aware of itself. Bruce Willis and the World Trade Center are seen very prominently in Die Hard with a Vengeance. Die Hard with a Vengeance sees Jeremy Irons as the bad guy.
They bought it. We can begin.
People versus Adrian Veidt, alias Ozymandias, alias Master.
He also plays the all-seeing eye wearing Adrian Veidt, imprisoned by Dr. Manhattan on Europa.
Get the fuck up off the pool and tell me where they are right now.
You need to see me on the pool.
Why?
Europa, for all its cold gray, is a lot more comforting. I tell you, Victor, there's some kind of new life down there, trying to get through all that ice. Discovery is being pulled towards Io, or pushed away from Jupiter, whichever.
In 2010, the year we make contact, Jupiter rises from the ashes as a new sun, allowing it to become a solar system for its moons and Europa to begin harboring life.
Enough with the crazy scientists spending all this money trying to talk Martians.
Christian said he'd call the next day, but in boy time that meant Thursday.
Contact with higher intelligence, or talking to Martians, can be seen as interchangeable with illumination or self-realization.
Like Marvin the Martian right there.
Get out of town, I could do Marvin the Martian.
The marsh in Martian echoes the watery wetlands, a home of plants. The blue Dr. Manhattan exiles himself on Mars, becoming a Martian.
The Earth? Oh, the Earth will be gone in just a few seconds.
Martians and aliens in general are often called little green men, which resonate with plant and water spirits.
For my ally is the Force.
blue and green are part of the same spectrum and not divided into individual colors by all cultures.
The most common difference, or at least the most commonly studied difference, is whether blue and green are different colours, or different shades of the same colour, one which English linguists refer to as grue. Vietnamese, for example, uses the same basic word or lexeme for blue and green. They can literally be translated as leaf grue or ocean grue.
Grogu.
My name's Alan Moore. I write comics.
Blue and green are deeply related and interchangeable in the realm of sync, which seeks to transcend divisions.
Is this then what it is to be a god? The issues that Swamp Thing deals with are ones that are very rarely touched upon in other comics. In the course of doing Watchmen, what we tried to do was to set up a fabulous analogy. One of the things that hangs heavily over the heads of everybody is the nuclear mission. Every person, every institution could be completely levelled and wiped away as if it had never been within the next 4 minutes. Then what wouldn't you do?
Mr. Veidt, to date, you're one of only 2 Watchmen ever to reveal their true identity to the world.
It doesn't take a political scientist to see that our Cold War with the Russians isn't ideological. It's based upon fear.
If the Russians do launch their nukes, can John really stop them?
The nuclear destroyer USS Cunningham launched 2 of her Falcon missiles. Both struck the Soviet vessel amidship. Premier Ulanova made a televised address and said that technically a state of war exists between our 2 countries.
It's another warning, yet another nuclear warning from Vladimir Putin to the West.
Green and blue characters in popular media often associate with the themes of plants, and the syncs surrounding them feel like communication from these spirits.
What's in there?
Only what you take with you.
And some breaking news here now at 5. Legendary actor James Earl Jones, whose booming voice gave life to iconic characters like Darth Vader and the Lion King's Mufasa, has died.
Scar!
Long live the king.
Irons is also the voice of Scar in The Lion King, who kills his brother Mufasa, voiced by James Earl Jones.
In the cosmetics department, an escaped tiger treads carefully through the spilled lipsticks.
They featured animals, and it culminated in one of a gorilla at the London Zoo letting the animals out.
In one episode of Swamp Thing, we had an entire tropical rainforest bursting up through the streets of New York and smothering the city in vegetation. In the resultant chaos and carnage, all of the animals escaped from the local zoo. What we were trying to suggest is that even though mankind can cover nature and smother the wilderness with a layer of concrete and cement, the wilderness is still there. And though man might boast of having conquered nature, that's not the case. For if nature were to shrug or to merely raise its eyebrow, then we should all be gone.
In less than 14 hours, Hurricane Milton will make landfall.
For me, I remember the first time when I read Milton.
It's looking like the storm of the century.
Hurricane Milton has delayed the launch of NASA's Europa Clipper. Ray Wise is Swamp Thing and Leland Palmer in Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. The hotel beyond the Stargate in 2001 and the Red Room in Twin Peaks resonate loudly with each other.
Oh,
You look like a tree.
sometimes I feel like a tree. Like the swamps?
Hate the swamps.
Oh, look at this.
Don't.
Is it from a lover?
Both are kind of trippy or dreamlike and have these marble sculptures and have this staged or fake sort of feel. Margot Robbie takes the place of the Monolith from 2001 in the opening of Barbie, while wearing a black and white chevron swimsuit. She connects both rooms from 2001 and Twin Peaks.
You look like a tree.
Sometimes I feel like a tree.
Nice stems.
In Clueless, legs are referred to as stems. This helps us see how in the Barbie scene, where a big pair of legs replaces the monolith, that this resonates with trees.
And you've never had a mother, so you're acting out on that poor girl like she was your Barbie doll.
Remember that Clueless also has a scene where a phone stands in for the monolith.
Christian said he'd call the next day, but in boy time that meant Thursday.
I also like how the phone stands in for the contact with higher intelligence theme, and we see another moment like this in Jackpot, where the cell phones explode and there's a guy wearing a very prominent Christ alien t-shirt. The most iconic phone associated with aliens or higher intelligence is that in E.T. the Extraterrestrial, with the immortal line, "E.T. phone home."
E.T. phone home.
E.T. is in fact on Earth to collect plants and has a particular affinity with them. The Green Man is again present here in the form of the Hulk in Elliot's room. We see yet again how the green character interacts with the themes of aliens and plants.
And she's like Prince Siddhartha, who's stepping out into the real world and becoming the Buddha.
That's right.
Is that where you got the story?
That story, and also the story from, Genesis, this idea of like suddenly, Adam and Eve like recognizing that they have the shame.
Greta Gerwig, who directed Barbie, used the stories of the Buddha and Adam and Eve as inspiration. There are very prominent trees in both these stories.
Do you know Siddhartha reached enlightenment under this tree?
The idea of touching the monolith in 2001 A Space Odyssey and that causing an evolutionary shift in humanity is very similar to the idea of eating the fruit from the tree of knowledge in the Garden of Eden, and then that leading to a new level of self-awareness.
Now I'm supposed to babysit a couple of Miami Vice cops?
We were instructed to check in with you.
There's no way in heaven and there's no way on earth.
We were told that you would cooperate without asking any questions.
Lock up my body, but you can't lock up my soul.
No, John. You're not yourself.
My name is not John.
Oh. Oh, well, you didn't even tell him.
I spared him.
Well,
What's happening?
John.
People will say we're in love.
In the episode, The Prodigal Son of Miami Vice, Don Johnson travels to New York City, where he encounters a blue man, resonating Dr. Manhattan in The Watchmen, and also has a shootout at the World Trade Center.
Miss Jupiter. Adrian.
Can John really stop?
Called you Jesus.
He didn't say hey Zeus, he said hey Zeus. My name is Zeus.
Zeus?
Yeah, Zeus, as in father of Apollo, Mount Olympus.
Zeus was the Greek version of the Roman god Jupiter. Edward James Olmos is Admiral Adama in Battlestar Galactica, where the Eye of Jupiter is a key part of the proceedings.
The Eye of Jupiter? What exactly are we talking about?
The episode, The Eye of Jupiter itself, was originally screened on the 15th of December, the birthday of Don Johnson.
Welcome aboard the Odyssey. We've constructed a paradise here.
We see that Don Johnson is currently in the television show Dr. Odyssey, which resonates 2001: A Space Odyssey, where Jupiter is the location of humanity's next step in evolution.
The runner's name is Tony Amato.
We need court orders for a tap on the phone, the house, the boat, the office, the car, everything.
Amato's an international gun merchant.
Edward James Olmos is also in Miami Vice with Don Johnson.
I have a court order for the release of Tony Amato. Release!
Bruce Willis's first television appearance was on Miami Vice.
I try to tell you fellas, I got the juice.
Juice will in part study this atmosphere.
Zeus!
Liftoff of Falcon Heavy with Europa Clipper, unveiling the mysteries of an enormous ocean lurking beneath the icy crust of Jupiter's moon, Europa.
The Europa Clipper, bound for Jupiter, eventually lifted off on the 14th of October after being delayed by Hurricane Milton.
This race is tied, something feels like we've been saying for months and months at this point.
This year's US election happens on the 5th of November, which is also Guy Fawkes, an annual event with fireworks.
Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder, treason, and plot.
Guy Fawkes and the 5th of November is a major theme of Alan Moore's V for Vendetta, where V leaves a red rose by his victims' bodies.